Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Dreaming Bears channel. Today we're going to talk about some of the Chinese government has claimed against some of the claims that are made from US. So here we go. China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs published an article on COVID-19 in Chinese. We're supposed to understand Chinese, rebutting false claims from the US on ties between COVID-19 and China. In the article, China rebutted 24 untrue claims, so to speak, from the US, but I'm just going to go over some of the few outrageous ones that I think it just doesn't make any sense. So here it goes. Number one, the novel coronavirus is the Chinese virus or Wuhan virus. Yes, it makes sense that we shouldn't call a certain virus from a countries or certain regions, because it leads to racism, it leads to violence, it leads to hatred between amongst each other. In that particular part, it's true. But when it first came out, when it first started, when everything first began, people didn't know what to call it. And when news reports come out that it started from Wuhan and started from China, and it did, and that's why people call that in the beginning. But now people understand and people learn what the virus is. Most people don't. And I don't know why they're so mad about it. So number two, Wuhan is the origin of the COVID-19 outbreak. Well, that is true, isn't it? What they're saying is, quote unquote, although the city first reported the outbreak, Wuhan is not necessarily the origin of the virus. The origin of COVID-19 is still unknown. Its source should be remained a matter of science and should only be determined by scientists and medical experts based on scientific facts. Didn't people already all discover that it's from Wuhan or China? The specific origin of the virus is obviously unknown. People are still trying to find it, but it's somewhere in China, man. They're trying their best to hide it, but they can't. This claim is just doesn't make any sense. Number three, this is also hilarious. COVID-19 was created by Wuhan Institute. So what they're saying is, all the evidence so far has shown that the virus evolved naturally, so it's not man-made. That's what they're saying. But didn't you just say from number two that they're not sure of what where the origin was of that virus? So it's kind of going against what you just said in the number two and to number three. Number four, COVID-19 was accidentally leaked from the Wuhan Institute. So what they're claiming is the P4 laboratory at the Wuhan Institute is a collaboration project with the French government. Well, that institution is very privately held, and whatever they claim is what they claim. None of us could tell if they actually work with the French government or German government or any other government. Who knows if they're lying or not? And what they're saying is they are not capable of designing and producing COVID-19, and that also they could just be hiding all these things. Just them just saying we're not able to do it doesn't really say much. Their words against ours goes nowhere. And this is a big one. Number five, China could have contained the outbreak from spreading outside Wuhan, but it let the virus spread to the world by not limiting international flights. What they're saying is they were trying their best and outbreak was too big. In some ways, true. Wuhan is a big city. They should have contained it much sooner, way sooner. What they're saying is the stats show that only a few imported cases are from China, but no, that's not true. They lied completely and bluntly on the stats. Whatever they say, anything about stats, it's a lie. So this is just it doesn't claim anything. Another horrific one. Number six, Chinese people contracted the coronavirus from eating bats. And what they're saying is bats are never Chinese people's cooking ingredients. And you see all over the place on YouTube or any other video source in China, or if you ever visited China, you probably heard people eating fat bats or any other crazy animals or insects. They eat whatever they eat anything they get their hands on. So obviously this is not true. There's a lot more into it. There's 24 of them. I just read only top six that I think it was most outrageous ones. None of them is, honestly, this is hopeless. All they want to do is just, oh, it's not my problem. Someone else take care of it. They're not really taking in charge or taking responsibility of when anything happened. Well, let's say we give them the benefit of the doubt that it didn't happen intentionally, but it did. The outbreak first happened in China, and they should own up to it and admit that it was their mistake to let it outbreak, and it damaged a lot of people. They should engage in more activities to help people recover instead of hiding it and concealing so that no one finds out. I'm pretty sure everyone in the world pretty much knows it was China's fault. And that's it. Thanks for listening. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for tuning in. Please leave a comment and subscribe.